Well, good morning there. My name is Paul, and this is my YouTube channel, Choose Adventure, California Style. If you're new to the hiking videos that I do, pretty much I make a short film of the hike itself, and then at the end, I give you guys a review of the hike and maybe some information. One of the reasons I started doing these hiking videos is, number one, I just hit myself. Number one, I absolutely love hiking. Number two, what I noticed was a lot of people that do hiking videos, they don't do the whole hike in their videos. They just kind of show the exciting part. So if you head out on the trail, you run into things that you didn't expect, whether it's a steep hill, whether it's rocks, whatever it is. So what I try to do is I try to kind of give you guys a good idea of what to expect if you go out on the trail. And if you guys can't make it out on the trail, hopefully you just think my videos are fun. So anyways, with that being said, here's Phantom Falls. See you guys at the end of this short film for the review. Alright, so that's Phantom Falls. Some information about Phantom Falls. So it's approximately an hour and a half from Sacramento. There are porta potties at the trailhead that are very nice and well maintained. This is the busiest trail I've ever been on in my life ever. It was insanely busy. We actually had to park approximately half a mile away from the trailhead because there were cars all along the side of the road in the main parking area. So try to get out there early. We probably got out there at about 10:30, I'd say, and just, it was packed. The first chunk of the trail, it's kind of wide, it's easy to distance yourself from people. However, once you get closer to the falls, it becomes almost single track and you're rubbing shoulders to just get past people. For me personally, my favorite part of the trail was Ravine Falls. That was awesome. I loved that. I actually liked it more than Phantom Falls. The thing about Phantom Falls that was kind of a disappointment for me, and once again, nobody really talks about it in their videos, you have to get really close to the edge of the cliff to get a good view of Phantom Falls. I am terrified of heights, so unfortunately, the closest I got to the edge was like maybe 6 or 8 feet. There were people that were casually just stepping right to the edge of the cliff and taking pictures. Even that just scares me watching those people, so I felt like I couldn't really get a great look at Phantom Falls because I didn't want to get that close to the cliff. So keep that in mind if you're afraid of heights. I ran into some people that also said they were having the same problem, you know, that they really wanted to get a good look at it, but they didn't want to get that close to the cliff. So keep that in mind. There are cows that can come pretty close to you on the trail. Just remember to leave them alone. They can charge you, especially if they have calves nearby. They can get aggressive. And also, not related to the trail, but related to getting to the trail, about 6 miles before you get to the trailhead, actually driving to the trailhead, the road's pretty narrow, so just be prepared for that. So on the website, it does say that you can bring your dogs as long as they're on a leash. My own personal opinion, do not bring your dogs. I'm a huge animal lover and I love bringing my dog on trails. This is not a good trail to bring your dog. One of the reasons is there's a ton of rocks that are super sharp all along the trail, especially when you get closer to the falls. It's just gonna eat away at the pads of your dog's feet. It's not good. Number two, there are many parts of the trail that, like I said, become very single track, very narrow, to where you're almost rubbing shoulders just to squeeze past people when you go past them. Which means if you have a dog and somebody else has a dog, they're very close to each other. When we were hiking back along a section of the narrow trail, we heard some commotion and some screaming. Whenever I hear that, I initially think someone's just messing around. There was one dog that was attacking another dog. So I strapped on my backpack and I actually ran down there to break it up. I didn't exactly know what I was gonna do or how I was gonna break it up, but I just knew I was going down there to break it up. It's just the kind of guy I am. So I ran down there and I was getting ready to break it up, and then luckily they just, I don't know, they probably just knew, hey, Alpha's there, okay? The dog that was attacking the other dog probably looked at me, looked in my eyes, was like, oh boy, Alpha's here, and he just let go, and then they broke up. So luckily I didn't even have to deal with that. And luckily the dogs were okay. The dog that was attacked was okay, but just another reason not to bring your dog. And the dog that attacked this other dog, the woman was saying, this dog's never done anything like this before. He's a sweetheart of a dog. She has no idea why. Just keep it in mind, you know, dogs are animals and they can be unpredictable sometimes. So just don't bring your dog, okay? The trail's not good for their feet, and it's just not good to be that close to other dogs. Yeah. Funny thing about the dog incident too is I ran down there and I told Brittany, you know, the whole thing, like, yeah, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just knew I was gonna break him up. And then she was just like, hey, why didn't you use your foghorn? Idiot! I had a foghorn right in my backpack, right here. I always keep it handy to scare away animals and everything. Genius. So next time I encounter something like that, I'm gonna use my air horn. Probably would have scared the dogs away from each other, but luckily I didn't have to do that. So I would have loved to have flown my drone here. This would have been an amazing place to fly my drone. I could have gotten amazing footage of Phantom Falls. However, this is an ecological preserve, and there is an Air Force base close by. So did not fly my drone. You're not supposed to fly your drone here, so I didn't, even though it would have been amazing. Also, you should go online and get a permit to hike here. This is on private property. I'll leave the description to where to get the permit in the description below. All right, well, hope you guys liked joining me on this hike, liked the information. Hopefully you got some value out of it. Hopefully you guys can make it out and enjoy it on your own. The wildflowers are gorgeous. The views are gorgeous. Just don't bring your dog. Be safe. Get out there early. Now go have an adventure of your own.
Let's leave the past behind.